Hi everyone, I'm Chef Dennis, and welcome to Good Day Google Plus. And I'm always tell you every time, it's always a good day on Google Plus when you get to spend it with your friends. And I have a wonderful group today, and the British are coming. The British are coming. Woohoo! Talk about usually when I'm on with the Brit Pack, I'm on one of theirs. This is one of mine, and Maggie and I are representing the U.S. from coast to coast.
Woo-woo.
From West Coast to East Coast, from Florida to Coronado Island, both places virtual paradises.
I have my own Brit.
Let's see what Maggie's got.
I have my own little Brit. My neighbors next door, they went to London or somewhere. They came back and they brought me this. It's better than a shirt.
You only showed it for the backside. I was afraid to ask you what it was, actually.
Oh, you know what it is, Chef? Okay, so they know me because, you know, food and blah, blah, blah. It's to wash your dishes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
That is pretty cool.
So
you have a multicultural dishwashing going on then. Mexican being cleaned by the British.
Yes.
Very proper.
You can come and clean my dishes any day.
Any day.
I know.
Thanks.
Well, anyway, we are missing one of our group today, and Kath will be joining us as soon as her computer finishes updating. You know, it always seems, I know it happens for me usually too when I'm getting ready for a show. Luckily, mine updated this morning, or I might be going through the same headaches, but it's the price we pay for running those marvelous PCs and not Apple products. So, what are you going to do? Anyway, I want to go through my introductions here, and then we're going to do some shout-outs. But right next to me, I have Peter Lund from Cracking Media. And how you doing, Peter?
I'm good, Chef. Thank you very much. Really nice to be here. And it was a long journey across the Atlantic this today, but we've made it. Thank you.
You know, this is just, isn't this incredible? Every time I think about how we can just jump on and talk live like we're in the next room.
Yeah, so it is amazing, and yeah, it's just like we're just, like you say, just pretty much next door to each other. It's incredible. It
is. It's wonderful, you know, and this somehow doesn't boggle my mind as much still as fax machines do. I still don't understand how they work. You know, sending the stuff across a phone line, but this I can get totally because it's like pictures on cable and stuff. But
yeah.
Join us today, and then next, Peter, I have Maggie Unzueta from Coronado Island in beautiful California.
Yes, Coronado, San Diego is fabulous most of the time except for today. And well, hold on, this whole week, this summer, well, let's go there. It's just been awful, and I'm having way too much fun with this little guy. Like a million jokes are going through my mind, but we'll keep it PG just because we're on Good Day Google Plus.
I got you, Mag. I got you. And especially since we have a youngster here with us too, Dan. We don't want to. So, Dan, how you doing today? So happy you could join us.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me on, Chef. This is the first show I've actually been on in the panel of someone else's show. So, all the other shows I've done are my own music shows. But thanks for inviting me on. Looking forward to playing some of my songs for you.
Oh, well, you know, I love it, and I'm happy to have you here. And I always think about, you know, when I would see variety shows, the acts didn't just always come on and play. They'd sit and they'd talk for a while, too. So that's kind of like what I want to get here, because, you know, you're a real person, and people need to know you as a real person and connect with you. And then a lot of times you get these really stronger bonds because of that. Once they get to know you more as a person, too. So we're going to expand their universe a little bit with you here today, and I hope you make a lot of new friends on Google Plus and get some new followers. And your mom and dad are there. I saw your mom Sue was back, and she'll be joining us, I guess, for some of your songs.
Yeah, she'll be featured.
There she is. Wait. And your dad Phil, and he's doing the sound. So say hi, Phil.
Hi.
There he is. He is a man. I get him to play. Does he still play?
He does.
He plays with you guys together.
I with him today, though, unfortunately.
Because I'd love to have him some on time doing. I could see him doing some '80s glam rock stuff for us.
Yeah.
It's a deal.
It's a deal. Okay, you got it.
I've heard he does David Bowie impressions, Chef.
Does he really?
Yeah. And Sue Aston does Kate Bush impressions as well.
That you wanted to do Kate Bush impressions.
Oh, I would love that. I would love to see him do Bowie, though. Ziggy plays guitar.
That's right. And Phil plays it left hand as well. So there you go.
Oh my God, definitely, definitely. I know I was almost ready to get my guitar out for the open mic night, but I don't know if my carpal tunnel will let me play long enough to do anything, and then to subject you to my voice would just be cruel and unusual punishment. But you never know. Never say never. Well, we're going to wait for Kath to join us, and in the meantime, Dan, would you like to open up with some of your beautiful music for us? Do a couple of songs.
I will do, thank you. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been going back into the recording studio. I've been recording a couple of singles, which will be out hopefully in the next few weeks. This first song is Lemonade Sea, which my mum features on the recording, along with a jazz band. So I'm going to do an acoustic version of that one for you now. And then the second song I'll play will be For You My Friend, which I play frequently on my live shows, and it's from my debut EP, Way Home. So hope you enjoy it. I'll just switch my microphone settings around. Yep. Okay. All good? All good. A box of cards, glancing through the negatives, listening to jazz cats in the rain. Coffee stains on the table, coffee stains on my heart. The bittersweet romance of chasing pictures as they wane. A dozy summer afternoon, slow roasting on the South Shore Cove, throwing stones into a lemonade sea. On the rocks beside the pool, laying lazy next to you, wondering where we'll end. I closed my eyes and jumped into those warm waters we became so used to. Sometimes the breeze takes me back to those days, your hair waving freely back at the horses from the ocean. Open fires, burning embers, open hearts, burning fires. The innocent romancing of young lovers in the sun. Star-peppered evening sky, grains of sand inside your shoes. We're isolated in a world of make-believe, sharing stories through the night. We kiss as I held you tight, living out of time. The kettle whistles and I'm back in the rain. Thank you very much.
Wow. That
Wow!
was amazing.
Brilliant.
Great
Wow!
job. What a beautiful song.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's one of my new ones. Really pleased with how it's turned out in the studio with all the other musicians, because my debut EP was just me by myself, my guitar and harmonica and stuff. So to kind of get in some session musicians and to bounce ideas off other musicians has been a really great experience. And obviously getting Mum in to do a violin on that song has really kind of given it another, I don't know, another side, I suppose.
Now, what other musicians do you have in? What other instruments? Do you have like a full string section, or?
Mum's done some kind of violin layers, so there's kind of like a string section sound on the song. There's also piano, percussion, and bass as well. Kind of got like a jazz band, jazz trios actually come in to do on these two songs, so they're amazing musicians, and they've really just brought the songs to life.
That's incredible. And we have a lot of great comments for you. Rain Dow is in, so relaxing and breathe. Coach G. Moore, and he loves having Sue added on. Candy is saying, Sue, love the blue dress, fits with your violin beautifully. What an awesome harmony.
Oh, man.
Roxanne Davenport, she loves a guitar, and that is a beautiful guitar.
Thank you, yeah. It's made by Ibanez.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. It's from the Exotic Wood series. You don't see them actually very often. I had to buy it online, but it's amazing. They're all kind of made from an individual wood, and it's just an amazing finish.
It
and
is
the neck's
gorgeous.
quite thin as well. It's kind of got like an electric guitar neck, which is really good for me because I sometimes struggle with bar chords. My hands are quite small, but yeah, so it's perfect instrument for me.
Ibanez has come a long way. I remember in the day back, I mean, I had a Les Paul, and Ibanez had theirs, and their version was great, but it was so heavy.
Yeah.
I would hand mine to people, and they're like, "Oh my God, yours is so light compared to that." But Ibanez has really come into their own. I guess it's been a while now. They've been producing some amazing instruments. So.
Dan, I can't even do a bar chord, so I wouldn't even know what one would be if it went past me. I tell you.
Well, you can do a chord or two in the bar, though, can't you?
Yeah, that's okay. I can do that. Dan, where does the inspiration for your songwriting come? I mean, for example, that song. Where did you get the inspiration for that?
The title Lemonade Sea is kind of a description of like the sun kind of glistening off the sea. Kind of gets that sparkly effect.
Right.
That's where Lemonade Sea comes from, and it's quite a reflectful song. And I just kind of bring my kind of own personal experiences through the songs as well, and my surroundings. But generally, I find that when I get inspiration for a song, I normally get it within the first kind of minute of sitting down at the guitar. Kind of starts off with like a musical spark, maybe an idea, a chord progression or something, and then I'll work around that, maybe add some lyrics, and yeah, kind of be quite flexible with it. Some people are really stuck in the way they write songs. Maybe they write the lyrics first, then do the music, or do the music first, then the lyrics. But for me, it's kind of a combination of both.
It's fantastic. I would say you've got a lot of coastline to be inspired with where you live.
Yeah,
so,
the landscape around here is definitely very inspirational.
Yeah, fantastic.
Can I ask you, since I don't really know too much about you, but I do love your songs, and I just wanted to say that I am a fan.
Thank you.
So I'm excited to be talking to you.
Thank you.
So how did you start? Can you tell me a little bit more? How did you pick up the guitar? And
I started off initially learning classical guitar in school, and from there I kind of started playing in rock bands. I was inspired by my dad and his 80s metal metal bands, so I kind of played in a lot of rock bands, just being a guitarist, not singing or anything like that. And it was kind of hard working with other musicians, kind of got let down. Other people are not always as into it as you are in bands. And I kind of just thought to go it alone. I thought I wanted to try singing, writing my own songs, and thankfully it kind of worked out all right. I was very nervous when I did my first gig singing. I was quite shy, very shy, but after the first couple of gigs, I kind of really warmed into it. So yeah, it's kind of gone through a few different styles, classically to heavy metal, and then to kind of folk singer-songwriter. So
very cool, very cool.
It's very, very chilled, Dan. Very chilled. It's sort of put your feet up and relax and wait for the weekend type music. It's fantastic.
Absolutely.
And Kath joined us. Let's say hi to Kath real quick. How you doing?
I'm a lot better now I'm here. Can you just ignore the fact that I've messed up really badly with the schoolboy error of not updating my computer early enough? I should have done it 2 hours before this. I'm so sorry.
Things happen. It's life, and it's how you handle it. And as long as you handle it well, it goes on.
Well, what I did manage to do was have my absolutely rubbish laptop that wouldn't allow me to be on video playing Dan while the other one was still updating. So I actually watched all of that. I thought it was absolutely fantastic, Dan. Absolutely love your music.
Thank you,
I think
Kath.
you guys are so talented.
Okay, now, I've been practicing, so before we get on with it, just keep a stiff upper lip there, Kath. And you didn't miss much but a little chin wag. So while you were off with the fairies, Dan, so now Bob's your uncle. Dan, would you play us another song?
I will do. This is for you, my friend. Yeah. There was a time when I was down and lonely, and you were the one to save me from it all. Days were long and the nights were cold. If I had one wish, I'd be by your side till I'm old. For you, my friend, I'd cross any river, be by your side on the shoreline. I hope that you will find the answer. Keep your head above the waterline. And now you're falling out of my reach, and you refuse my hand and give in to the darkness beneath. Why won't you listen to the people around you? Tell me, what else is a friend supposed to do? You, my friend, I'd cross any river, be by your side on the shoreline. I trust in you to find the answer. Keep your head above the waterline. For you, my friend, I'd cross any river. I hope you'll find the answer. You, my friend, I'd cross any river, be by your side on the shoreline. I hope that you will find the answer. Keep your head above the waterline. For you, my friend. For you, my friend. For you, my friend. Thank you.
Great job.
Thanks, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that.
Awesome.
A lot of good comments again. Coach Moore, love the blending. Mia Voss is here. Oh, this sounds amazing. Candy, hear and feel the music flowing. What a great voice. David Henry Pipe, I like this. Another one that I haven't heard before. Barbara Farina, great voice. And Sheila, you leave me flummoxed. So that's
Thank you for your comments, everyone. That means a lot. Thank you.
Oh, no, really beautiful. Beautiful music. I see a bright future here for you, my friend. Gotta love it. So when is your album coming out then?
The two singles, the first single, Lemonade Sea, which I played, I'm going to announce when that's going to be released, hopefully within the next week. And I'm also thinking about maybe doing like a Google Plus release party or something. I know some people have done that recently. Some of the musicians have done something like that. So I'm going to pull like a little music video together and then release that. So that would be great. And then looking forward, I'd like to do like another EP or an album once I've released these two singles. So just see how it goes, I think.
How far is the studio from you that you go into to record?
It's the VIP Lounge in Penzance. About 10-minute drive from here. It's really convenient. I recorded my debut EP there, and Mum recorded her last album there, Between Worlds. Yeah, he's a fantastic producer there, Mason.
Excellent. And you have a good supply of local musicians too, professionals?
There are loads of musicians around here. Mainly kind of singer-songwriters like myself, actually. I was really fortunate to find the jazz band that have been on these two tracks. I knew the piano player from college. He's been a really good friend of mine. I saw his jazz band performing, great musicians, so I thought I'd get them on. And I actually played a gig with them last year, and they prepared a jazz instrumental version of one of my songs, which I didn't know they were going to do, which is really unusual, kind of hearing like a jazzy instrumental version of one of my songs still live. I thought these guys have got to be on my recordings, and we just worked really well together.
Great. Sounds good. So happy to have you here. Well, we're going to talk for a bit, and then if you don't mind, we'll bring you back towards the end of the show to do another song for us.
Absolutely, yeah, thank you.
Sounds good. So feel free to join in to our chin wag here as we talk. And I'm going to say hi to Kath. And Kath, so let's talk a little to you.
Well, hello. Actually, I've got to tell you, I've got a great big hot air balloon floating right towards the house, and it's getting really quite close. It was just floating around in the distance. I'm enjoying Dan's music, and I'm thinking, oh, doesn't that look lovely, just floating about, and it's kind of turned around, and it's huge. We're quite well known for the balloon fiesta in Bristol, where I live, which is if you kind of go to London, turn left and head towards Wales, and then stop just before you hit Wales. That's where I'm based at the moment, and so when we have a lovely summer evening, sunny evening, we have hot air balloons floating regularly, but we do have a big fiesta in August. So they've got their, I've never seen it so close actually. It's kind of just above my eye line. I see it.
It doesn't stay good here on it, does it?
See if I can turn this around and show you, because it's just quite incredible. It looks like
look at that.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
It looks like it's far away on that picture, but it really isn't. I think it might actually be coming down in the field in front of the house.
I tell you, some people do anything to get on that hangout, won't they?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
There's going to be a rope coming down in a minute. There's a guy coming crawling down and come and say hello.
That's amazing. I've really never seen it so close. That's crazy. Sorry, there you go.
Not a problem. We like to add a little color to all of our shows, and that's definitely some color.
Yes, I might have to run and evacuate if it keeps coming. Anyway.
Well, keep us
Thank you very much for having me on your show, though. This is wonderful. It's a real pleasure to have the Brit Pack.
Absolutely. You know, I go back and forth sometimes, and I think about the one people that we are really truly tied to by more than just, you know, being across the pond and you settling, and, you know, coming from England has always stood by us. You know, except for that time in 1812 when you tried to burn down the White House. But other than that, you've kind of always been there for us.
Other than that little thing.
A minor aberration.
Minor. But no, it's you know, I know we can always depend on England, and I think England knows they can always depend on us to stand strong together. And sometimes that's the only sanity in this world is the two of our leaders saying, "No, enough of that." That'll, you know, and hopefully they can make some sense out of all the madness going on in the world now too. So, but anyway, we're back, and Kath, thank you for fighting through your Windows updates and all that nonsense, and gotta love it. I was in the middle of trying to get on a Hangout one time, and the computer did that to me, and I was outside and had everything set up. I was grilling, and it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. Just makes you wanna.
Well, they do say to prepare a lot in advance, don't they? So, and because of the timing of this show, I had to come home and do it because our office closes just as this show ends. So, and usually it's fine, but they update, 13 updates. Oops. Never mind.
You never know when they're going to update. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They should warn you a little. But anyway.
I think the clue was in the number, Kath, 13. You had it.
Yeah, I got stuck on 5 for like 25 minutes.
I know. You think the updates will be quick, and they're not. And I want to shout out Mia again. Watch a singing telegram guy is going to drop in balloon, Kath Dawson.
It's just gone out of the view of my window. I don't know where it's gone.
And David Henry Pipe saying, talk about free worldwide advertising for a balloon company.
Yeah, well.
Crystal balloons. If you're out, let's talk money.
Yeah, go and send them an invoice, Kath, quick.
Oh dear, that's funny.
So let's get to Maggie, and Maggie's got. Let's talk about some wine, Maggie.
Yes, let's talk about wine. How did I follow you guys though? Because Dad. Okay, sorry. I'm still in love over there with, just Dad and his music. Because I popped out this bottle of wine. It's even chilled. Do you see it? How cold it is? Mm. Just so I could just chill out and drink my wine, listen to my music. It's really cold. But yeah, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. It's just it is really hot though here in San Diego. I'm just wiping off my wine here so I could show you the label. It is from San Pasquale Winery in San Diego. Believe it or not, we have wine in California. This isn't Napa. This isn't Sonoma. It's not one of the big wine regions. So I was lucky enough to find this here in San Diego. Of all places, it's like wine in San Diego. Who knew? But anyway, so this wine, it's called Summer Vine, and it's a passion fruit wine with habanero.
Oof.
I know, right? So cluck a little bit, and it's like, it's spicy. But for me, being Mexican, I'm surrounded by British, and you have the lonely Mexican and half Mexican here. But we anyway, so it's sweet. It's a little sweet, and then you get a little. And what I loved about this wine was that it kind of took me back to some of the way that I grew up eating. Some of the desserts that we eat. Let me tell you something. So Mexicans, we have this weird way we see desserts. Like, they're not like what you envision desserts to be. It's a little bit different. Like, I grew up with mango con chile, mango with chili, and yeah, it was just a little bit different. Not so much the cakes and the pies. It was a little bit not the thick stuff. Anyway, so this kind of reminded me of the sweet and the spicy, because you get that sweet first and then you get that spicy after. So I wanted to bring you a little bit about spicy, hot San Diego, but we're sweet too here. So
kind of everything. Would that be good for sangria?
What's that?
Would that be a good wine for sangria?
I would do a sangria with that, especially for someone like me who I like my spicy sweet. Yeah, this would be good. Oh, what I would pair this with? I would do some chocolate, some milk chocolate. So think red, so think chocolate. But if you ever have too much spice, you want to get like just a big glass of milk and just, it'll help tame it down. So like milk, okay, for the spicy, and chocolate for the red. So milk chocolate goes fabulous with this.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And I guess that would go good with any kind of grilled. It leads to nothing real hearty, but maybe like some grilled shrimp, some light grilled chicken.
There you go. Grilled shrimp sounds great. Oh yeah, but you know, something not that has to go with the flavors of it. I wouldn't do like a grilled shrimp Asian. I would go probably more grilled shrimp, spicy Tex-Mex kind of thing. But
something to complement the flavors.
yeah, something to complement the flavors. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, and then afterwards we wash our cups with our little handy dandy. I'm having way too much fun with this guy, I'm telling you. I just took him out of the package. I was washing dishes this morning, and I was like, oh, the British are coming? Oh, I have something for the show. But me and my props. You guys know me and my props. So, and I found a place for him to stand. Look, he's standing all by himself.
You have a new little friend now.
I have a little friend.
Just don't give him any of the wine to drink, otherwise he'll fall over.
I know, right? He's standing on my water cup. So he's standing on water. All right, there we go.
Here's a comment from Nicole Waldron. Says, I just arrived home 5 minutes before the hangout from the liquor store, and I got a bottle of Oliver Winery Peach Bean Blossom Hard Cider and Peach Mead, local here in Indiana. Enjoying a glass of honey wine now, Maggie.
That's awesome. You know, there's some real, and I want to talk about this eventually on the show, but there's they're very, it's strange because we have wineries like in Georgia, in Rhode Island, just different places. Wherever you can grow a grape, you can make wine. That's just moral of the story. Or just have, wine shipped to you, and of course you just make it from wherever you have the, But you can make it anywhere. It doesn't have to be, Bordeaux.
Oh, I found some wineries in Florida locally, so that's been interesting.
Is it good? Do you like it?
It was. We ended up making sangria out of it because it was just a little sweet, the stuff that we got. It was a San Sebastian winery and a Lakeview Ridge. I can't remember. They're both the same company with two different types of wines that they produce, but they were good for local wines.
Yeah, well, this is a husband and wife team, and she's the winemaker. I thought that was so cool. Like usually you think of a winemaker, you think of a guy, but his wife was the one who was making this stuff. So I like it. I think that's cool. Maybe there's a future in there for me.
Absolutely.
What do you think? Yes.
Especially in drinking.
Sorry. Just forget me. I start thinking random stuff when I see little toys.
Gotcha.
So Chef and Maggie, a question for you about wine and food. Is there a tech trick, or is there a way that you know what's the best wine to complement certain food? Is there a sort of a plan and a key to doing that?
Oh, Peter, I have so much to say about this.
How long have we got?
How long do exactly? I was about to say, how long do we have? Pairing wine and food is easy. It's so easy. I wish people would just understand that if you like it, drink it. Okay. You can't go wrong with drinking something you like. If you like $2 Chuck, $2 wine, if that's what you like, go for it. Just drink wine. Moral of the story: drink wine. But yeah, I mean, and it doesn't really matter. At that point, it really doesn't matter. If you're looking to impress someone, and if they see that you really enjoy this wine, trust me, they're going to be happy. At least that's how I see it. If someone's trying to impress me and they buy this fancy schmancy bottle of wine and they don't really know what it's about, it's like, well, okay, thank you, but you too, it goes both ways. Not that I do, but it does.
So often you see cooking programs, or where they talk about wine, they always say that, oh, this particular wine is the perfect complement to this particular meal, and you sort of think, oh, there must be a formula, but literally just play whatever you like, really.
Yeah, I mean, there is a formula. I've written about it. I've put graphs together because, yes, there is a formula. The safest, obviously, you've heard this. Red goes with red meat, white goes with white meat. Not all the time. The safest is to go champagne. Really, champagne. When in doubt, champagne. Champagne can be costly, Prosecco, but not always. I can't say that, not always, because there are some things that don't complement champagne. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is stick with that rule of thumb. Red goes with red, white goes with white. Just stick with that. But if unless you really know wine, then that's when pairing. You can move it around into different dishes and stuff, but
some of the different varietals, some of the different types of grapes will lend themselves more to a type of meat or a cooking process sometimes. Like some will handle more robust or hearty meats better than others will.
Well, like Cabernet, when I think of a Cabernet, I love Cabernet. Not right now because it's too hot for a room temperature red. But yeah, definitely Cabernet. I think of red meat. I think of something hearty, a pot roast. I think of, just something deep and red. When I think of, Sauvignon Blanc, like I just posted something on a Sauvignon Blanc, or even a Chardonnay. It's like that is more fishy. That is more a chicken. It's more white. But then you have the middle of the road kind of stuff. Like this could go both ways. Zinfandels, rosés, those guys are middle of the road, and you have to kind of know where to go. But there are tons of together for my website, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But really, it's not as difficult. For me, again, you can't go wrong with drinking what you like. You found a wine you like, just drink it, buy it, enjoy it, love it.
Well, that's the same philosophy I have for cooking. If you like to eat something, use those ingredients to cook with. Don't let anybody tell you what you should be eating and what you should have. If you want to make pasta and you like asparagus over it, well, put asparagus on it. It's about you and your taste, what you like to eat, not about what I tell you is proper and what's right and what makes a good meal. I mean, for years they told us you never put grated cheese on seafood dishes, seafood pasta dishes. It was like, well, really, I like grated cheese on my seafood pasta dishes. That's insane.
Well, and like with me, people will. I used to go and review restaurants. I still do occasionally. That's just my taste. It's me. It's not necessarily you. It's not necessarily the person next to me. I have my own palate. Everybody has their own. I like spicy wines. There's going to be someone out there, and I'm sure someone probably out there is watching right now, doesn't like spicy stuff. This might not be the wine for you, but they have other wines at San Pasquale. There's other stuff you might enjoy. I know. Oh, in fact, I was with a girl at Seaport Village. Oh, San Pasquale Winery is in Seaport Village, which is very San Diego. And if you guys ever make it a classy San Diego, you have to go to Seaport Village. Seaport Village is like very quintessential San Diego. It's just so, it's beautiful. You have the San Diego Yacht Club and a view of Coronado. You have a view of Coronado. You have, there's a carousel in the center. Oh, it's beautiful. It's just, they have a hat shop, the Village Hat Shop. That's really cool. I really do enjoy it. Anyway, so the marketing girl from Seaport Village was with me, or one of them at least. She was with me, and she was all about like whites right now. And she's like, yeah, I really like whites. Hey, that's your thing. If that's what you like to do, that's what you drink, But anyways, all right, enough. Enough about wines.
All right, so let's move on then to Peter. And Peter, why don't you talk to us a little bit about what you do and what's going on in your life?
Yeah, well, I run jointly own a digital marketing agency in Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth, if you think about a map of the UK, is a bit like a triangle. Well, Bournemouth's right down the bottom in the middle. We're actually on the coast, a bit like Dan is in Penzance, but he's down in the left-hand foot bit. But we're sort of middle way along the bottom of the south coast of England. It's a beautiful place to live. It's 7 miles of golden sandy beach. It's been quite a good summer, and it's a really nice place to live. I mean, Maggie going on there about San Diego, I could say the same for Bournemouth. It's a great place to live, and it's just getting to the end of the tourist season now. So when we get to October, probably it's going to get a lot quieter, but still enjoying it. But as of work and business, we're Cracking Media. We're a digital marketing agency. We video, photography, web, all things digital. And for the last 9 months on Google Plus, I've just had such a fantastic time getting to know people and getting to know Kath and doing some stuff with her as well with the Great British Hangout. And it's just been fantastic. Getting to the engagement on Google Plus has just been fantastic and brilliant. It's just nothing like I've experienced in social media before, and yeah, so it's absolutely brilliant.
Well, Martin's done a great job of bringing us all together too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think, and I think we're very hopeful in the UK that we're going to get, people will start getting the Plus. I mean, I think the numbers in the US are something about 29%, whereas in the UK it's about 3%. So we've got a long lot of catching up to do, but we're doing our best to actually shout out about Google Plus and tell people. But it does take a while to actually for people to understand and get what we're so excited about.
Yeah, I don't let that bother me as much anymore, because I know that some of them are never going to understand it, no matter how hard we try. And I kind of gotten over trying to convert everyone and move on to someone that I think will really get it. It's like, fine, be happy where you are.
Yeah.
And then next. And I think probably the same philosophy in England for a while, because those people might come back later once they see some of their friends enjoying it. And that's the whole key. To see somebody that enjoying it or using it right. Yeah, there's bashers all the time. There's a Facebook group I belong to, and they were overjoyed that authorship was going away because they thought that might mean the end of Google Plus. They were hoping that'll go next, and I was like, yeah, dream on. They just put a manual out after 3 years. I don't think they're going anywhere. It took them 3 years to write the manual.
Yeah, it's and I think the thing is, I think it almost seems standard practice. You have to go into Google Plus once and leave before you can come back and understand it. It seems like that's my experience. I know it's Kath's experience. It seems so many people I talk to almost have to visit a second time before you actually start to realise what it's about. So, but it's great. And the other thing I wanted to say is, Kath talking about her balloon outside. Well, today in outside my house, we've been having a fox wandering around the garden. I don't know what foxes are called in America, but if I show the camera, I don't know if you can. Let me see if I can actually get this focus. Can you see that? That's been wandering around our garden today.
We call them foxes in the U.S. too.
Yeah, I mean they're increasingly common in the towns in the UK. You see them wandering around the streets at night, but to see one basically camped out in my garden all day today, and walked right up to the window, very unusual.
Wow.
But yeah, they seem to be almost fearless.
Makes you
Very
want
cool.
to eat it a little bit. Befriend the poor little fox. Maybe he's just there to make another friend.
Well, I think it's almost you're told not to encourage them, because I think they like the rubbish bins. I think we had a bin sometime, and it was dragged halfway along the street. This rubbish bin, because I think the foxes smelt it and then found a way into it. So yeah.
Does it taste like? Does fox taste like chicken?
No idea.
And what wine would you pair that with?
I'll go.
I'm sure there are people who eat fox, right? I mean, I've never had it, so.
I have never heard of anyone preparing fox. I mean, the British had their fox hunts, but did they eat them or did they just chase them?
I think it was just one big game to really on the horses. I think the hounds tore them to pieces, and that was about it. But yeah, I don't think they ever got eaten.
Fox stew.
Okay. Well, I'm sure. In New Jersey, we actually, before I moved, we actually had quite a few fox in the neighborhood, and even you'd see the little babies around. Here we don't see fox, but what we do see, not thank goodness, not in my neighborhood, but we do see on TV all the time are big black bears. And they're coming into neighborhoods and talk about the garbage can. They're looking for food. So Florida, that's not what I expected.
We once had here, so this is the San Diego Bay. We once had a shark that came in, made a wrong turn, and it's like, oops, there's a shark. Don't go near the water. It's like, ah, but it's like da 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 da.
We have sharks. We have alligators. Like, you don't go in any fresh water because alligators are everywhere. So, it's not like you see, oh, there's a lake, let's go swimming. Well, not unless you know for sure that there's, the gators aren't in there.
Have you had alligator? I've had alligator. It's really good.
I had some just recently, and it was better than chicken. It was done so well. It was really interesting.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Chardonnay.
Well, actually, I was thinking a little vodka for the gator, actually.
Yeah.
Get the wine right to the hard stuff.
It's white.
So, Dan, are you old enough to drink?
I am. I'm 21.
Are you
So
really? We were thinking you were like...
America,
I was thinking more like 16. You look so youthful. I guess just 'cause I look so old, probably. But, yeah, so you are old enough to imbibe.
Yeah, I am. Not quite that young.
So that means that your mom must have had you when she was like 10 or 12, right? 'Cause she's not speaking.
I've never seen alligator on the menu over here, though. I don't think we can
No
get
gator?
No. I'd love to try it, though.
It was
There's
actually pretty
alligators
good.
around here.
I had gator two ways. I had which one was like a stew, and the other was like a nugget almost, but they were very good. The other thing, we have gator jerky. They're always selling that on the side of the road.
Ooh,
Really?
I would love to try that. Gator tamales? You know someone has.
You probably could. Gator tamales might not be too bad. I was thinking there for a minute. But well, as like I like to say in Florida now, is gator done. So
Gator done.
gator done. So you guys probably don't know that, the Brit Pack, because that's a comedian we have here. It's always get her done. Part of the... No, never mind. Take too long to explain it.
That was lost in translation, Jack.
Yeah, Bob, you're
I got
on
it. I got it. We're good.
So, Peter, was that you that sent me the video for all the British lingo?
Yeah, that was it. The Anglophenia video with how the British talk.
Oh, that was funny. So, I mean, I tried to work in quite a few of those, but I used to say Bob's your uncle because I don't know where I learned that, but my wife refuses to believe that that's a real saying, and I had to Google it for her one time to show her that Bob's your uncle really is. I didn't make it up. So.
Yeah, there's some funny expressions. I mean, I'm sure there's loads more that she didn't put in that, but the off with the fairies is a strange expression, but I didn't realise it was... I think the thing is the expression you tend to think, people the world over will use them in some shape or form, or at least America. But when you think, what do you mean off with the fairies? But then when it comes to food, you often call food different things, don't you? And we, for example, we call cakes and we call them like buns, but you might call them something different.
I like buns.
But are your buns the same as our buns? That's the trouble.
I think Maggie's off with the fairies on that one. Her mind's and other types of bun, more like buns of steel.
Oh, squeeze them.
We call buns in the U.S. We call buns as a tushy, a rear end.
Oh.
So that's the difference over here.
What's
but
that?
no, go ahead, Maggie.
Sorry, I was going to ask our British friends here. What is what do you think is something that is like a weird, fun saying that we don't have here in the United States that you guys do?
Kath, can you help out on this?
Sorry, so that broke up a bit for me. Say that again, please.
Oh, I was asking what's a different or maybe fun saying that you guys have that we don't have over here?
Oh.
There's a lot of sayings that tend to come from where districts or colloquial in terms of the areas of the UK. So in Yorkshire, which is sort of halfway up UK, there's an expression which is on Ilkley Moor Bar Tat, which means obviously place in Yorkshire without a hat. On Ilkley Moor Bar Tat. Of course, a lot of Cockney rhyming slang. Have you heard of that? Apples and stairs, pears, and apples and pears, stairs, and
Ruby
what's
Mary.
the other ones?
Ruby Berry.
What's
Curry.
that one?
Curry.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, I love. Okay, so I've studied different languages, and I'm a native Spanish speaker. Oh, here's a question for you guys. Do I have an accent for you guys?
American.
Good.
No, you sound
Okay.
American.
Yeah, very American.
Thank you. Thank you. My American passport thanks you.
So what about us?
But I'm actually a native Spanish speaker.
Do we sound typically British or not typically British? Because I live in Dorset, which tends to have a little bit of Dorset accent like this. But,
yes, you do. But I will say one thing: I can't tell. I can tell the difference between you guys.
We just lost Maggie there.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm
Okay.
here. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, Kath, you're not the only one having problems.
I thought it was me.
It's Google Plus. They don't like us today. No, but I can tell Dan has a little bit of a different accent for me. Am I wrong?
I think it's probably more pronounced if you're not in the UK, so we wouldn't tend to hear them so readily. But probably because you're in the US, you tend to hear more readily. But yeah, I think there's the sort of the BBC British that talks very poshly and a bit like what ho and that sort of thing. But there's so many accents in the UK, so many different dialects and accents in the UK, so it's very, very variable. And I mean, you can go as far as Scotland. Some of the Glaswegian Scottish people, you wouldn't even understand what they're talking about, and very Northern Irish as well. Some understand what they're talking about. We wouldn't. So yeah, accents tend to be very broad. The only comparison I can see with the States is where you get the South, a bit like Stan Bush and Wade Harmon, that sort of accent. That
Right.
seems very pronounced.
I've heard a
big
lot
mix of accents.
Yeah. I've heard a lot worse than that too. A lot heavier Southern accent. Theirs is kind of mild, actually.
Right.
The Northeast has definitely. Oh my goodness, and I could tell the difference between like from Maine to like Boston and just going down. I spent a lot of time in Connecticut, but here I think we have an accent here in Southern California. Yeah, we have the like we do have a really like accent over here. I don't know if you could hear it, but yeah, I think it's everywhere. I think every country is going to have that.
Can you notice an accent when I sing? Is that any different to you?
No, just now that I was hearing you talk.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Becky.
It's funny that people don't seem to really have accents as much when they sing.
No, it is strange. I don't understand what's going on there, but it is strange.
We had a country singer, Mel Tillis, and he had a very heavy stutter, but when he sang, he was fine.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
I think, especially being a Spanish speaker, a native Spanish speaker, don't get me wrong, I was born here, but Spanish is my first language. Anyways, it really does come out more when I start drinking. I don't know is it stronger? Do you think your accents are stronger when that happens? When you're induced?
Just more slurred.
Oh, that's everyone.
Get more relaxed, Maggie, that's all. Well, we're getting towards the end of the show, and I was wondering if Dan, before we go say our last goodbyes, if you'd like to do another number for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Mummy, would you like to join me on this one? This is a song I play quite a lot. It's the title track from my debut EP. It's called Way Home. And get my harmonica out for this one as well. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
One more night, and I'll be on my way home. Give me one more drink to soothe my heart alone. Then I'll pack my bags and racing down that highway. To you, my babe, it won't be long. You see, I'm on my way back to you. Look back on my life and all the people I have known, friends that have come and gone, memories that I've kept away for a rainy day. The tide is rising and the sun sets your fears burning, but those winds keep rolling, and the sea will recede. Your veil will lift, your eyes will awaken to another day. Nothing can come between me now and where I wanna be. Take one last look before I'm gone and I'm running free. See, sometimes it takes a heavy load, a broken heart with nowhere to go, to break this mold that you've been living in. Now I'm on my way back to you. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yay!
And David Henry Pipe says, "Oh, I do recognize this one. You're going to produce a few tears in the audience with that, Dan." So that was beautiful. Thank you so much, Dan. You did a great job today. I really loved hearing your music.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
And as always, your family does a terrific job. Your mom and your dad, and you have a brother as well, too, don't you?
Yeah, Lee. He plays classical guitar and he's really good at that. And he has featured in our Aston Family shows. He has performed on the Plus before. So yeah, hopefully he'll be out again when we get another Aston Family show together.
Love to get him in. Phil, we're losing Dan's voice on that a little.
Can you hear me?
I can barely hear you.
Sorry. I think you have to fade it down or something there.
There we go. That's better.
Okay.
Okay, and what does Lee play?
He plays guitar. He does electric guitar as well, but classical guitar is really his main kind of forte. So yeah, I was just saying he's been on the Aston Family show, and he's performed in other places on Google Plus as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
What else?
School of
Yeah, the School of Rock stuff that happens on Google Plus. He's been playing on there.
Oh, I'd love to hear him play. We'll have to talk to him to come on too.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
love music. It's just a wonderful.
I think it's amazing that so much talent is locked up in one family.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And Sue Aston can cook buns as well. How about that?
Yeah.
We've been talking about her rock buns, but we won't do that with you.
Yeah.
That would just be wrong. So, Dan, when are you going to be appearing next, or what do you have coming up for us, or where can we look for you and find your music?
Well, my website is danaston.com. All the latest news is up there, and you can find me on Facebook as well, Dan Aston Music. I'm playing a festival next weekend, Lou Music Festival in Cornwall, which is the second biggest festival in Cornwall, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then after that, I'm going to be arranging a solo Google Plus show, and probably a release show for my first single that's going to be coming out, Lemonade City. So stay tuned for that.
And will we be able to get that single anywhere once it's out?
Once it's out, it'll be on everywhere: iTunes, Amazon MP3, and Bandcamp. My debut EP, Way Home's out everywhere as well on iTunes. Just go to my website for links for that, or just search Dan Aston in iTunes.
Very good. Well, thank you again, and time and let me know when your show is so I can make sure to show up for it and watch and push it a little for you.
Thank you.
Kath, we got you here today, and thank you so much. And let everybody know what you have coming up, or where we can find you, or what's.
Okay. My company's Strategy Digital, so you can find me either at Strategy Digital, the page, or at Kath Dawson on Google+. Not so much on Twitter, I have to say, although with the Academy stuff, I can't wait for the Academy Level 3 to start, because I really enjoyed that, and I found that kind of pushed me out into some other social networks, LinkedIn and Twitter, and made loads of connections there. So, yeah, really looking forward to the Academy. I've been working on an ebook. Oh boy, is that an experience. Really good fun, and so I'm hoping to get that out next week, and that's about the benefits of Google+, which I know you guys are already on board with, but this is really to help other people, our prospects and our clients, to understand the value in Google+. So I also got really carried away with the Hangout section. And so there's all the different kinds of Hangouts, and you're in there as well, as of the Aston family. So last thing is we're going to be at E-commerce Expo in London. So if anybody's at that show and wants to come along and say hi, it'd be great to see them there. Final shout out is for the Great British Hangout, of course, which hopefully will have a show coming up very soon, and we'll be putting out an announcement on that. So everybody's welcome to come along and join in.
Very good. Okay, and Maggie, what do you have going on? Anything new coming up? You're muted.
Yeah. Sorry. Just look at my blog. Just check out my blog, mommaggieskitchen.com. My line, playing with my toy dolls.
We'll have to get you some dolls from other countries.
Wait, what's that now?
We have to get you some dolls from other countries now.
Yes. And we could just have an ongoing, India, China. I love it. Let's do it.
Get some Russian dolls. That'll keep you going.
Oh, let's not go there. That's when I start reviewing vodka. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll look for you on your website and for your posts on Google Plus as well.
Yes, thank you.
And Peter, where can we find you and anything new you have coming up?
Well, you can find my website. That's www.crackingmedia.com. On my Google Plus is Peter Lunn, and also Cracking Media is the page. Well, like Kath said, we've got a Great British Hangout being planned, and this weekend I'm off to support my local football team, which is called AFC Bournemouth. We're in the Championship in the second tier, essentially, of the soccer or the football league, so that's gonna be good. So yeah, it's something I do with my son. We have season ticket holders, so we go to all the home games. There's the home game tomorrow, so looking forward to that.
Cracking media.
Cracking media, like cracking an egg.
I love it.
Oh, that's great. So thank you all for being on today. We had a great time, and all of you that stopped by to watch, thank you so much. have a wonderful weekend and enjoy your time and get out there and do something fun while the weather's still holding. And we'll see you all real soon. So have a good day on Google Plus, my friends.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cheerio.